It's not like you have a date tonight.
Ma.
It's not like you have a date any night or any day.
Look, Ma, when I find somebody worth going out with, I'll go out with him. Now, will you please stop nagging me?
Nagging? Is that what it's called when a mother wants a little happiness for her daughter?
Ma, I'd like to finish these glasses before Gloria gets here.
Your sister's not...
Come on, Ma, now be nice. They're looking forward to your visit. The 6 boys are giving up their bedroom for you.
It'll be a miserable week. I don't even know where I am going.
Ma, it's your grandson's graduation.
Big deal. Animal grooming school. He'll know how to make that fluffy ball at the end of a poodle's tail. Very distressing news. Sophia's been pilfering cheese balls. What? This morning I made 48 cheese balls. There are now 26. 24.
It'll be a pleasure welcoming you into our little family, and I just hope that you and Kate have all the happiness in the world.
Me too. And maybe one of you children will be a real doctor.
Just some pictures. Take a look at that stretch of beach, huh? And that's our house. That is Chrissy on a new Hobie cat. It's Chrissy in the hot tub. That's me and Chrissy at a luau.
Is she the one with the apple in her mouth?
Ma!
You know, she looks pretty. I know what you're going through. The bottom line is, if you take a chance in life, sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen. But honey, if you don't take a chance, nothing happens.
I'm going to take a chance.
Oh,
that's wonderful. Well, I have to look in my closet. I don't even know what to wear.
Rose.
Take it easy. Dorothy, I'm scared. I've never seen Rose look so terrible.
I know. I'm worried, too.
Will you two knock it off? I'm telling you, there's nothing to worry about.
He is sleeping in the day because he has 4 women who won't let him sleep at night. Now, who went in there last night? Was it you?
Well, I went in once.
Why?
I've been working. I hadn't seen him all day.
And was he sleeping?
At first?
This has got to stop. No wonder that baby didn't sleep. Here. The very first night he was in America, his uncle took him to a movie. He felt more excited than he ever had in his whole life watching that movie because of the feeling he got sitting in that theater with all those other people, laughing together, getting scared together. He felt like those people were his friends.
If you don't mind, Al, I'd like to write that one down.
Oh, just sit down.
I'd like to ask you about your next-door neighbors, the McDowells.
They're not who you think they are.
You mean we invited the wrong people to dinner?
In a manner of speaking, you see, your next-door neighbor...
I hope you like it extra flat and crispy.
It's a pizza, Rose. I knew that. I just meant what kind. Did you really know that, Rose? No. But I thought I could cover.
Gonna take the chicken down to Mississippi.
Rose, just stuff it. Who on earth could that be at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Maybe it's a Jehovah's Witness with a caffeine problem?
On with this charade any longer. There is something else. I'm black. Now, if that's a problem for you, I'm white. Of course, that'll cost you extra.
Oh, Marguerite, I could kiss you.
And I don't go for that freaky stuff.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
Not me. You get too comfortable, you don't wake up.
Good night, Ma.
Good night. Pull the plug.
Rose Nyland, 43 years and I'd know you anywhere.
Are you... You're not... Could you be...
Buddy Rourke.
Buddy Rourke! Oh, Blanche, Dorothy, it's Buddy Rourke. Oh, come on in. Buddy, these are my two best friends.
Bear.
Yeah, the bear dream.
I hated that dream.
A bear is eating you. What's to love? You were so cute. You were always so polite when you woke me. Mommy, I'm having a bad dream. No, you don't have any clothes on. Tell me about it. I just walked 10 blocks. I got a belly button full of tweed.
Now, what the hell happened?
In the middle of bingo, Maury Heseltine sits down. He's the big practical joker at the center. Believe me, Howie Mandela's from Thorndike.
Oh, she's a local novelist whose stories are all set in Florida.
Wait a second. Barbara Thorndike. Didn't she write Evil Wind over Pensacola?
Oh, you know it?
No, and I go to bed with it every night. Well, what's it about? How the hell should I know? My mattress frame lost a caster. I use it to keep the bed level.
Has 2 double rooms.
I'm afraid we're all booked up. First you give away our rooms, and now you're telling us you're booked up? That's correct, madam. It is? Hey, I'm pretty sharp for 3 in the morning. Yeah, let me handle this. Nancy, honey. Now, I don't generally like to throw my name around, but you really leave me a note. Where does it go in the meantime?
To Connecticut. How do I know where it goes?
With me, the minute it goes in my mouth, I balloon up. I can go out to dinner, and in the middle of the meal, my pants are cutting off my circulation so bad my feet are turning blue.
Well, I just want to be svelte for Barry. Non c'è pensare.
I can't believe you're denying your own mother. Denying her what?
Springsteen tickets, Rose. Will you please stay out of this?
Dorothy is trying to keep Augustine and me apart. They're absolutely adorable, Matt. Dorothy, how could you?
Doing with your retirement?
Well, Monday, I'm going to sleep late.
What's after Monday?
Tuesday.
Basically, I'm ready for anything. Today is the first day of the second half of my life. Ooh, I gotta run. I'll see you tonight.
There.
Sophia. Hi, Augie.
Did you win? Can you go?
I don't know yet.
Strike!
No, you left the 9 pair.
No, easy spare. I've made the shot 100 times.
Forgive me for the way I acted. Winning doesn't mean anything if it means losing your 2 best friends. Besides, we all bowled well this year. That's why I had all our names engraved on this trophy. In my opinion, we're all winners. Well, Rose, what a sweet thing to do.
Oh. Hallway.
I'll hold the ladder.
I meant something like rearranging the furniture in the living room, or cleaning out the garage, or relining the kitchen shelves.
Bingo.
Oh, bingo's fun on a rainy day.
She was talking about relining the shelves.
Well, that could be fun, too, if we divide into teams and grease our hands.
I got arrested for that once at a party in Chattanooga.
Oh, my goodness, look what I found. Double fudge cookies. I thought we agreed not to keep cookies in the house.
Right, after this last. Of course, I lost my mama's jewels because of somebody else's energy. I got no energy. I'm going to sleep.
Blanche, come on, don't be absurd. Look, we were robbed, and now it's over. It has nothing to do with energy. It has nothing to do with being single. It has to do with a lousy lock on a sliding door and...
Swore for door on Saturday. He walks towards me, reaches out his hand and says, Sophia, you can come now. There's room for you now.
That's it?
You want them to show up with Barbara Eden and the College All-American football team? It's a dream, not a Bob Hope special. I'm dying, Dorothy. Saturday, 9 o'clock. Don't make any plans.
I heard footsteps and a man's voice, and the alarm went off.
It was Lester. He accidentally set off the alarm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You shot my boss.
I didn't shoot Lester.
I'd rather you shot Lester.
I think I'll pass on the nightcap, Blanche.
Go on home, you old fool.
It's late.
It's from your friend Gladys at Shady Pine. She says Lillian was sent to Sunny Pastures.
Ah, you see, Ma, your friend is fine.
Fine, are you kidding? Sunny Pastures is the worst nursing home in the city. It's every old person's nightmare. That and a child-proof cap on the kaopectate bottle. In her case, the same thing. Dorothy, you want to hear my idea? You won't believe it.
Sorry, Blanche, I can't.
What's the matter, Dorothy?
I don't know what to do. I just don't know. I was in front of the class and I couldn't talk. I was too...
What? I loathed Mama Devereaux, and the feeling was entirely mutual. Till the day George died, she always introduced me as his first wife. I just hope the old witch went slowly.
I sense the period of mourning is over.
Oval ball, which is being chaired this year by 35-year-old Blanche Devereaux. Twice. I probably would have anyway, though. Hey, I'm sorry I can't come see you this week. If you're gonna make fun of somebody, make fun of Rose. I need the professional care of the most talented hairdresser in Miami, Robert. Oh, he's brilliant. Do you know he was the first one ever to use mousse?
I'd check my facts if I were you, Blanche. Mr. Ingrid...
This evening.
Oh, wait a minute. Rose Nyland, you devil, you. I just figured out what's going on here.
Blanche.
You were sore at me for inviting your friend without asking you, so you had this guy to come over and teach me a lesson.
As for the guests...
All right. There's my little girl.
Daddy, I can't believe it's you!
Daddy? You mean you're dead, Daddy? Yes.
You see what lengths people went to come to your wedding. I heard you were going to Shady Pines when you have a hernia.
You took me there after I had a stroke?
I'm not getting anywhere. Blanche, you talk to her.
A wet bar.
Blanche! Look, Ma, I love you, and I know what's best for you. And besides, I don't want to feel pangs of guilt for the next 20 years.
I raised you to have respect for yourself, not be somebody's floozy. Falling in love. I haven't felt this way since your father. But Tony looks at me as a friend, as a companion.
Honey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I'm picturing him naked and I'm not laughing.
If you want my advice, I think you should sleep with him.
Done.
Listen, Rose, you are not to blame. Now, you know that.
Of course I know that. She was driving the combine. I wasn't anywhere near their
Come on, Rose. Oh, morning, Ma.
Dorothy, when was the last time you had sex?
That's a very personal question.
That long, huh? Perfect.
How's Sophia?
Well, she's over that crazy idea about Sicily, but she's still very concerned about going to jail.
Who wouldn't be? It's a terrifying prospect to think about. Prison, the coldness of it, the steel bars, the wedges of cheese hanging overhead.
Mom, you keep your will in the cookie jar?
Yes. Every time I used to walk in the kitchen, your father was in the cookie jar. This way he still is. I think I better warn you. I know how much you like my sapphire necklace, but I thought you'd get more use out of the pearl earrings.
He's an absolute dream. He really is. He's the most stunning hunk of masculinity I have seen since
Since the dazzling doctor from last night?
Lucy, darling, how'd the interview go?
Oh, it was great, Aunt Blanche. I have a feeling I'm going to be spending a lot more time here with you in Miami.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I understand, Lucy. Would you mind if I gave you a call sometime?
Oh, sure, I guess that'd be okay.
Not you, Lucy. I was talking to Rose.
I don't think so.
Are you sure? Tuesday night, I'm getting together with a couple of buddies. We're going through Don Johnson's trash.
However, the producers of the show were kind enough to send over the clothes that he was planning to wear here tonight.
Before she announces the winner, I died.
Buried him.
I mean, what did you do the next day when you had to start putting your life together?
I couldn't do it. I've been a housewife for 32 years. I totally depended on Charlie.
Yeah, but the point is, eventually you did what you had to do. You took care of yourself. Great news. I stopped by the courthouse this morning and got a copy of our property map. The tree definitely belongs to Mr. Barton, and it is his responsibility to remove it.
Play it safe. Stick with the curse.
Well, I've stayed with you all these years.
This is exactly like the dress I wore to my sweet 16. It was always Big Daddy's favorite. Oh, there he is now. Now listen, girls. My father is an old-time Southern aristocrat who is used to fine manners and gentility. So please, please, please.
Too late.
You know, if there was some rain coming down and a soft train whistle in the distance, this moment would have the makings of a first-rate country song.
Wait, high school?
Try 70.
I'll be the oldest mother. What I always loved about my children was everybody thought I was their sister. My body will never come back from this one.
It barely came back from the last one.
This is too depressing. I'm going back to bed.
Baby.
This is all because you're going through the change?
God, I hate that expression.
What is the big deal, Blanche? It's nothing. Look at it this way. You don't get cramps once a month. You don't go on eating binges once a month. You don't get crazy once a month.
You just grow a beard.
It was hard to get my daddy angry, but once you did, he could be a real peck of wood.
What's everybody talking about?
I can honestly say I have no idea.
We started out talking about Mrs. Claxton's funeral.
Yeah, but somewhere along the way we segued into... Honey, you just follow the doctor's orders and everything will be fine.
Dorothy, I cannot possibly go without physical activity for an entire week. I have serious needs. After all, I'm at my sexual peak.
Blanche.
Well, I am, Dorothy. When a woman's at her sexual peak...
Blanche, boy, this is my child.
Mom, I'm not a child anymore. I wish you wouldn't treat me like one.
Oh, don't.
Cast out at the World of Wool.
Oh, girls, for the first time in my life, my body feels old. I feel like I can't do the same things I used to.
Rubber woman couldn't do the same things you used to.
Honey, it's only natural.
But you two are complaining about. I'm the one who's going to suffer the most from this. With no air conditioning, I'll get all wilted and sweaty. No man will even talk to me. And even if one does, how am I going to get a date without a telephone?
The way you always do. Go sit in the bar without underwear.
Good evening! How are you?
Well, and everybody was paying such close attention. I just kind of got caught up in the moment. But it's lonely at the top. I don't want to be leader anymore. I nominate Dorothy. Dorothy, you're leader. What are you going to do?
My first official act is to banish you from my kingdom. Oh, and this afternoon.
Pardon me?
Now, that's just a little joke to ease the tension of the moment.
Right. I tried to think of something funny to say this afternoon when Art walked in on us. But standing there in my shorts, nothing came to mind.
Come again?
I wasn't going to say anything about this, Dorothy, but I won't be able to sleep until I do. I feel that you have backed me into a corner. And when I am backed into a corner, I come out fighting like a wildcat. Unless I've had too much to drink, in which case I slide...
Blanche's party. When it's done, I'd like you to take a look at it.
I'd be happy to, Mr. Allen.
Be happy to, Mr. Allen. My, Dorothy, aren't we licking boots a little early this morning?
I had a light breakfast. Here's your mail.
Why don't you just tell me what's in September?
Yep.
I'm surprised you were able to walk in October.
Just think, girls, tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
To share an old-fashioned Christmas with some other people.
At gunpoint?
Would you stay here and spend Christmas with me if I just asked you?
No.
Well,
But why would you want to spend Christmas with a bunch of total strangers?
At 8 o'clock.
See you later, Boff. I'm Biff. Patrick.
Blanche, come on. Hi, Mr. Vaughn.
Oh, please call me Patrick.
Fault. We behaved like a bunch of teenage groupies.
The first good-looking, sexy, debonair, charming man that rolls into town. We got on him quicker than mustard on a tie at a county fair.
No, it's hard to stay mad at the guy.
Well, the car's all packed and I'm ready to go.
Rose, before you go, I just want to give you a little advice. Sometimes in life, you start out down one path. Suddenly, the wind changes direction, and you find yourself swimming upstream, looking for new horizons.
Ma, what the...
Real sweet person, but I have to be honest with you. We're all just roommates around here, not friends. I hope that's okay.
Oh, that's fine. Great.
Good. Night, Rose.
Oh, hello. Is there a Rose 9?
Dorothy! Blanche, come on in! Oh, Liz, Steph, these are my old roommates, Dorothy and Blanche.
Well, then you pick a time. Well, honey, I really do want to see you. Oh, I think we have a lot to talk about, Janet. I've been thinking a lot about you lately. You mean Miss...
You know, we have these people who are coming to visit, and we still haven't decided what our sleeping arrangements are going to be.
I volunteer to sleep with Sophia.
Oh, no, I think I should sleep with Ma. I mean, we've done it many times before. We always get along just fine.
Except when you're sick. You remember the time you had bronchitis?
Oh, honey, I was really... Thank you very much. Oh, and please say hello to Opie and Aunt Bee for me when you see them.
Why don't we wait outside on the platform? The train will be along in a few minutes.
The 9:15 to Miami left at 8:45.
Supper. Come on.
Blanche, don't you think you might be pushing Dorothy a little hard?
No, and I need all your help, and she needs all your help, too. You know, she's not going to have too many chances. She doesn't have my beauty or your...
Blanche, I have looked all over the house. I cannot find your earrings. But I found the Julio Iglesias tickets. Boy, we had great seats. Blanche, I feel just awful about this.
Oh, just forget about it, Rose. I never intended... Things I could help you with. Should I go on this mission is out of my area of expertise. Who do you think I am, Oliver North?
Ma, you're not making this any easier.
All right, then. If you think it'll help you land this Al character, you should do it.
Al? Who said anything about landing Al? What, do you think I'd risk my life for Al?
But...
Did you hear that, Dorothy? Surprise parties make Blanche want to throw up.
Honey, why don't you go and take that bath, and we'll just forget the fact that, you know, that today is really your birthday.
Well, I don't see how anybody can hate birthday.
Ma, that looks like a cookie.
Sophia, honey, I think you put too much rum in it.
So stick an umbrella in it and serve it with straws. Everyone will think they're a Trader Vic's.
Well, let's take it in the living room. Roberta's going to be here any minute.
favor? I want to get a part-time job, and I was wondering if you could watch the kids 2 days a week.
Stan lost his job. I told you that Yutz is a deadbeat.
Stan did not lose his job.
His job he could afford to lose, a novelty salesman. The novelty would be if he made a sale.
Don't listen to your...
3, 4.
What are you doing in the bathroom?
Ma, this is the kitchen.
Oh, boy, if this is the kitchen, I'm poaching an egg in the toilet.
Caller in the middle of the afternoon.
Oh, he's not a gentleman caller. He's a veterinarian. He was here to see Baby.
Oh.
How is Baby, Doc?
I read in Newsweek they ran him out of Haiti.
How is Baby?
Not very well, I'm afraid. I don't think he has much time left.
Tom, the truth is, I don't have any magical powers.
Boy, have I been stupid. I haven't felt this dumb since I found out William Conrad wasn't one guy in a jacket and another guy in a pair of pants. Dorothy?
We made a rule, no talking. It shakes the plane.
I just have to say one thing. If Blanche is right, and we are going to die this afternoon, I'm glad we're together.
Yes, that's very comforting. Now shut up.
Wouldn't it, Blanche? I mean, Reagan's only responsible for half the problem. I have to write to Gorbachev, too.
Rose, honey, you can't be serious.
Dorothy, I'm taking my troop on a camp out in 2 weeks. I don't want this nuclear nonsense spoiling our fun. A well-written, thoughtful...
We interrupt this stream for a special news report.
Dr. Zhivago is my favorite movie of all time. Now I'd like to introduce my friends. No, this is Dorothy.
But more people don't think like 9-year-olds.
Hello? Yes, she is. Here, Rose, for you. Hello?
Yes? It's the president!
Yeah, there's Charlie Thompson and Fred Leone and Mike Devlin.
Does he plan to withdraw from the race?
I had lunch at the press club once.
Only once? Gosh, it took me 2 years to learn everybody's name on 8 is enough.
Hush, it's about to stop. Reason to bore your friends with a dull story, you know, so you embellish it. You add a little shading, a little color, a little hot tub. I guess it finally caught up with me. But I do think I've learned my lesson.
Can we have...
Hey, Mum's a word. He's in the shower, right? Hey, yo, Ted.
Stanley, your brother isn't here.
Where is he?
Well, how should I know? He left last night around 11:30.
That doesn't make sense.
You're telling me?
Oh, this is strange. Dorothy, what the hell are you doing with my brother?
Calm down, Stanley. It's just a routine search.
I can't believe that you're so desperate that you'd stoop to this.
You can't talk to me that...
To me?
You picked him up at a gas station.
You must have been impressed with your spare tire.
I cannot believe you are doing this to me.
And I can't believe that you are so selfish.
Here, pussycat. Drink this. It'll make you feel better.
Oh, Ma, another hot toddy? I think I've had enough.
Prize for miracles.
Why do I even ask you?
I'm your mother. I'm going to tell you whether you ask me or not. By the way, the sleeves are too long.
No, I'll ask Rose to shorten them.
If you can find her. Ever since that guy hit town, she spends most of her time out polishing his shillelagh.
Ma, Rose and Bud.
Somehow he manages to suppress the urge to throw me on the floor and ravish me.
Please, if he throws you on the floor, you both end up at the apartment below.
Drink up, Blanche.
That must be him now. I just have to grip my jacket. We're driving into the museum together.
Ooh, someone was supposed to pick me up an hour ago. I can't figure out what's taking them so long.
Ma, when are you going to stop? Now, look, you're not going anywhere, so why don't you just put down your suitcase and you and I'll go off and see a movie?
You go to a movie. In a few hours, I'll be basking on a beautiful white beach, trying to keep the sand out of my wrinkles.
You do that sometimes, Dorothy. After you've had a Denver omelet.
Now, you know, this is a real invasion of Rose's privacy, and it's a Spanish omelet.
Doesn't it bother you?
Not if I take a little judge.
Use the knife.
Blanche, what are you doing? I thought we...
Hey, problem. His whole life is a 50-yard dash.
Ma, he robbed a bank. I'm calling the police.
No, wait. He didn't rob that bank. I know Rocco. He's a good man, a decent man, an honest man, and not a bad kisser.
Rocco did admit he robbed a bank.
It's my fault. He thought the only way he could keep me was if he had money to buy me expensive things. I gotta convince him to turn himself in. If he doesn't, I'll go to the police myself. It's the last time I let a man toy with my...
Fruit is on that date, and wouldn't you know, we ran out of gas on exactly the same spot. And George said, Blanche, why don't you look behind that tree? So I did, and there was a basket with candles and wine and 2 long-stem glasses and a big blanket.
And you get what you paid for. I also know the expression, there's a sucker born every minute. Ew, yes, I do know that expression, too.
Dorothy, that was the last contractor in the book.
I just don't care.
Al? Al? Damn.
1939. The war is on. A promising young architect is offered a job to spearhead construction of a new wing at the Vatican.
Wait a minute, Ma. You say your Italian is rusty, but you know the word for spearhead?
It was my brother's nickname for a while as a child. Anyway, North Star can be our guide.
I love you too, Rose. That's not the North Star. That's the tower of the all-Spanish radio station.
Fine, much more reliable. And it doesn't disappear in the daylight.
Rose, I think I'm gonna puke.
Cool it gets here this time of year.
No, you picked the right time to visit. Another month, it would be very humid.
You don't know humid till you've been in St. Louis in mid-August.
No, I hear it gets very, very humid there, especially in mid-August.
Incredibly humid and it's hot, sticky.
Why the hell are you marrying my sister?
Excuse me, did a white man and a wrinkled old black woman just come in here?
She meant a regal black woman and a scuzzy little white boy.
Mom. Tights, unless he's got a butt like Baryshnikov.
There he is.
Dorothy, can I ask you a question? What do you think I ought to do with my bed?
Put it in the Smithsonian, Blanche. It has more miles on it than the Spirit of St. Louis. What are you doing here?
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. I slipped through the cracks of the St. Olaf school system.
It's very hard to believe. I've seen you almost complete a TV Guide crossword puzzle.
It's true. You're looking at a woman without a sheepskin.
I've got an extra in my wallet I could give you.
Too much woman for him. His spirit was willing, but his poor heart couldn't take it.
It's all our fault. Our silly competitiveness did this.
Oh, come on, you two. The man was in his 70s. These things just happen. You had nothing to do with his heart giving out.
Dorothy, don't you think we ought to wait till Sophia gets back home? Maybe she'd like to help, give her something to do.
You know she's always exhausted when she gets back from the market. I mean, the first thing she does is go to take a nap before dinner.
Well, then we'll just do it right now. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, get back in that bed.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm in tip-top shape. There's no reason for me to stay here. Medic!
Ma, I am taking you to the hospital.
No.
Why not? What, are you trying to tell me that possibly there is nothing wrong with you?
No, I feel better just lying here. The ride in the car could only make me feel worse.
Yep, she's right, Dorothy. Sometimes just lying motionless is the...
Cleaning up the dirty dishes, you twit. Listen, why don't we just leave this mess and go out and get something to eat?
Yeah, I'll ask Ma if she'd like to come. It'll do her good to get out of the house.
Oh, she's been so depressed since she got back from that funeral.
I mean, like this, Rose. Ma, I think it's time that you explained all this nonsense about getting married.
It's not nonsense.
And we're gonna do it right away.
Look, Dorothy, I know that you'll probably find it hard to understand.
I don't get to know?
No, Ma.
Okay, have it your way, but nobody can keep a secret from Sophia Petrillo. Whatever that guy's hiding, I could smoke it out of him in 3 or 4 quick questions.
Hello, ladies.
Perfect timing.
Ma.
So, Clayton, what do you think of this Miami weather so far?
Dorothy?
Oh, girls, let's stop sitting around here moping. Now that painting isn't so bad. If you stare at it long enough, it almost looks good.
I tell myself that every week after 30-something.
Too bad. Yes, as a matter of fact, I am free tonight. Well, I would just love to meet for drinks. 7 is perfect. Bye.
Blanche, don't tell me that you were talking to Tom Gallagher.
Now, what if I was?
But you have plans with John tonight.
So you got a terrific smile.
Yes.
You're smart and thoughtful, so you've got beautiful eyes.
Yes.
And you're a music lover, so you've probably got a big behind.
No.
They're doused in sorrow, because even though they seem far away, they could come true tomorrow. I wrote that, Blanche.
You know it isn't half bad. Well, it's better than a lot of them you read on greeting cards.
Oh, I have hundreds of them.
You know what I'm thinking, Rose?
That with your draw...
Have any talent for the talent show, the whole thing's going to be a disaster. I'll be the laughing stock of the ladies' auxiliary.
Would it help if I got Bob Hope to be our MC?
How are you going to get Bob Hope?
Easy. He's my father.
We go, everyone settle. And go.
Guess what, Ma? I found some real No, that's not it. Wait a minute. What is the line?
Guess what, Ma? I found some real good pizza, just like you used to get back in Sicily.
Sorry, now I know what the trouble...
Wrong with you? But that's over. Just because we're sisters doesn't mean we have to be friends. I'd like to be someday, but you're going to have to make the first move. Goodbye, Holly.
Well, this doesn't seem so bad. Believe me, you have to get into it more before you realize how bad it really is. Just like War and Remembrance.
Excuse me, ladies, but visiting hours are over.
Oh, well then I guess we'll just come back. No, we don't. We're not here to visit. We're not? No, we're here to see about... It's a little surprise. We're not visiting Lillian as much as we're breaking her out.
What? We can't do that. I mean, that's wrong. What if we get caught?
Lillian is a great friend. Will you do it, please?
Well, okay.
Good. I'll keep the staff busy. You get Lillian.
Make a pact that we'll always take care of each other, that we'll never desert each other no matter what.
You can count on me,
But
honey.
you think it's going to be that easy getting rid of me, Rose? That was rhetorical, Rose. Oh, but what a comforting thought, knowing you'll never be alone.
And listen, what the...
Well, we do have cheaper brands, but anyone who's, serious about training wouldn't even go near them.
Well, then we'll take those.
Fine. You'll also need aerobic suits, warm-up outfits, wristbands, headbands, leg warmers.
Wait a minute. Leg warmers?
Well, you need something to keep your thighs warm. What are you using now?
Friction, that's what... Shut up, Rose.
I'm Yvonne, and this is it! Woo! 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 Okay, everybody, let's warm up! Woo! And stretch. Legs wider.
You must be Dorothy.
And you must be Mrs. Rogers. I didn't catch your name.
I'm Rose Nyland, your new roomie. Blanche has told me all about you. Sorry your husband dumped you. You can borrow my bubble bath. Anything in a pine log. Check a bull for a hernia.
I guess the really rough part is getting him to turn his head and cough.
Come on, Rose, pick a category we can compete in. All right, what about that dance marathon? Whose butt got whooped that night? How did you know that?
Nothing.
Who are you?
I'm the doctor.
We'll see about that.
Look, Mrs.
Trillo, I'm Dorothy's mother, and I want to know what's wrong with her. And don't tell me nothing because I know there's something wrong with her. Mothers know.
Look, Ma, I'll talk to you about it later.
Your daughter is fine, Mrs. Patricia.
You just sit there hour after hour after hour. Tell me about it. I just don't know what to do. Tell you until you're 60, but I think you can handle it now. We lived in New York at the time, and there was the San Gennaro Festival every year. And your father, may he rest in peace until I get there, got so turned on by the festivities one year, he couldn't wait till we got home. But the process. Oh, Becky. Honey, I think you are headed for trouble going off by yourself like this. No man is going to want to marry you with a baby.
Blanche, there are a lot of people who are single parents, and they're doing just fine.
Yeah, look at me. Getting what you wanted to be.
Yeah. I wanted to go to college and be a school teacher. Pop wanted me to be a cosmetician in a funeral parlor.
He always liked looking at dead people.
Yeah.
Dead people in the Dodgers. That was it for him in the good time department. What did you make that's so special? Sardine casserole with a kind of a oatmeal cookie crust. I hope you like it. There's a lot.
There is something.
Dorothy, you know you have the most beautiful eyes. And a quarter in your ear.
Ken, we really have to talk.
What's the matter, sweetheart?
I don't know whether this is harder to say or harder to hear.
Hey, Jacques. Give me a hand and watch where you put it.
wait in the kitchen with the kid.
Oh, I'll get it.
Freeze! Don't go near that door. Give me that thing. Hello, Frank, darling. How do I look?
It's all wrong, Blanche. The baby doesn't Malade. When a close member of the family thinks that she might move out, well, even though we might be happy for her, it's a little upsetting.
Well, if you're worried about the house, don't be. Even if I do move to Charleston, I'll make arrangements for you all to stay here as long as you like.
Oh, Blanche, that's so sweet of you.
Oh, Ma, listen to this. Saxophone player wanted at the Hacienda Hut Cocktail Lounge. What do you think?
I guess I could learn.
Ma, not for you, for Michael.
It's my money. I took it from your purse.
Oh, Ma, I don't know if he'll ever forgive me.
Dorothy, the day you left me at Shady Pines, do you remember what I told you?
Of course. You told me you'd never forgive me.
But look at us now. Everything's fine.
But are you saying that no matter how bad things are between Michael and me, they'll change?
Okay, I want to go over a few of the house rules. You share the bathroom with the people staying in Dorothy's room. I believe the people across the street are out of town, so you can use their pool. They're friends of ours, so try and pick up after yourselves. Hello.
For Dorothy.
Oh, yes.
Boy, Blanche, I didn't realize you were such a big spender.
Go ahead, Dorothy, you go.
Okay, I buy for...
Not that uncommon.
Really?
Well, you'd be surprised how many people are only 2 or 3 paychecks away from being out on the street. The suddenly poor are all around us. And once you've been knocked down like that, it's very hard to recover.
What's going to happen to all these people?
I don't know. There's no affordable housing, the rents keep going up and up, and the minimum wage has been held down.
Seems so...
With it. Do what the rest of us do. Buy frozen Geflugenblügen.
I could never serve store-bought candied herring. Oh, besides, I have my own special recipe. I use Red Hots for the eyes.
Killer now. I could have slept with JFK and don't even know it.
Ma, I don't think so. You're not mentioned in any of the books.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Ma, come...
Adios, everybody wave goodbye. I'm off to Brooklyn. Honey, what are you doing? I'm going back to the old neighborhood. The doctor said it would help if I stirred up some memories.
Ma, you can't go back there alone.
No kidding. I'm 83. I walk to the driveway. It's a coin toss whether I get back. You're coming with me.
George just back from Dallas. Surprised me with the most beautiful diamond earrings. I love him so much it takes my breath away. Ours is a love so pure, so complete, it'll outlast time itself. I'll have the earrings appraised next week. Say, that proves this. Why is there an R on some of our coffee cups?
R for regular. Blank ones are decaf.
I don't believe you.
Look, I know intellectually there's no way I can catch it. But now that it's so close to home, it's scary.
Well, Sophia, I'm afraid you're just gonna have to get over that.
About me? I don't see Blanche.
Oh, she said she'd be over right after her hair up.
It's 4.5 years, so that makes it closer to 35%. You know what? The last thing my mother said to me was that she wanted me to keep my feet on the floor.
My mother wanted me to be a priest.
I guess it's a bad day for mothers.
See him?
You remember.
No, but the odds were in my favor.
Oh, wait, Uncle Gustav. Well, actually, he hung in the barn. But that was only when he discovered his horse had defeated him for water commissioner.
Girls, this nightgown is so sheer, I believe you can see right through it. Hello, Fidel.
Hello, Blanche. How are you?
You don't have cataracts, you tell me.
Beat it, you 50-year-old mattress.
See ya. Oh, what did I ever see in that man?
Don't blame yourself. You were young, you were carefree. You were just one of those girls who marries the first guy who knocks her up.
Gee, this is really cool.
Yeah, I see that you've met...
Stanley.
Square.
A statue? Oh, my. Is it going to be a big one?
Hey, St. Olaf license plates don't say big statue country for nothing.
Well, all right, that does it. You're all my witnesses.
Oh, speed! Oh, wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Ferguson. No, I didn't happen to see Ed Sullivan last night, but I'm sure it was a good one. She's ready, God.
That bell is you, Fluffy. It's time for me to move on. My job here is done.
No, I always love it when you talk like the Lone Ranger. Ma, I want you to know that I support your decision. I think you'll make a great nun.
Thanks. I needed to hear that.
I love you, Ma.
I love you too, Tonto.
I always felt like I was cheating on you.
Oh, Blanche, every day I was gone, I always wished you'd find somebody who could make you happy. How many men?
2.
Oh, honey, you don't have to ask my forgiveness.
But look, Rose, to tell you the truth, it just wasn't the swell time I had in mind. But look, I'm starting to get a little suspicious. There's somebody else, isn't there?
Hurry, hours, rain or shine. Who are you to judge me?
Now, let me get this right. Dinner at your place tonight. What kind of girl do you think I am, and how could you tell so fast? Go ahead and cancel.
Oh, Blanche, you can't.
Well, but it isn't fair. He should have told me he was disabled.
Yeah, what a great icebreaker.
Well, if I have to go, you know what I could do? I could take a chaperone. That way I'll avoid any awkward situations. Dorothy, you could be...
Well, Sophia, did you feed Bingo today?
To what?
Ma, you did feed the puppy today, didn't you?
I think we both had one of those international coffees, mocha minty or something. I don't know.
A good provider, a good father for your children?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know no one wants to hear one of my stories right now.
It's usually a pretty safe bet, Rose.
But you need to know about my cousin Ingmar. Ingmar was different.
Rose, we gotta talk. Are things between us getting a little dull?
Oh, let's face it. You and I are Yawn City, population 2. Miles, do you love me?
Well, of course I do.
How much?
Well, I don't know.
Too little, too late, Miles. We're gonna jump out of that airplane. Hey, what do you want for dinner?
Nothing too heavy.
Am I fat?
What, no hello?
Well, that's impossible, Clayton. Brothers can't marry sisters. That's right, you're from the South.
Why do men have nipples? have no idea. You think it's because God has a sense of humor and isn't as uptight as the rest of us? It's easier for you to say that, Sophia. It's not your brother who's getting married.
Getting close.
I see. So, what can I say? Will you do me one favor on your way out? Will you back over me with the car?
I knew you'd take it well. Look, Ma, I am going to continue seeing Stan, and there's nothing you can do to make me feel guilty about it. Where you go? Oh, I cannot believe that she's this stubborn.
Maybe you ought to take a different approach with her, Dorothy. You know, a more traditional one.
Like,
I don't know, like, set up a meeting and have Stan ask for your hand, you know, in an Italian sort of way.
But what do you want me to do? Go in, bow my head, and kiss a ring? Hey, you know something? I'm pretty positive this time it's not morning sickness. Oh, look, I'm probably just upset because Ma isn't going to be there. I just wish she could see Stan the way I see him now.
If she didn't love you, she wouldn't be fighting so hard.
I know.
How, but it is delivered with every daily in Miami. Oh, girls, what a glorious day. I just feel so pretty and alive and young as a teenager.
Oh, that's terrific, Blanche. Oh, by the way, you got a phone call this morning from your grandson. He got his driver's license. You're a Yankee, Blanche.
Oh, no, this can't be.
A Yankee Doodle.
There must be some mistake.
You are that Yankee Doodle gal.
Let me see the certificate. I want to see with my own eyes that my great-grandmother is that thing you said.
A Yankee.
She's a scratch golfer who, under President Jimmy Carter, served as the United States Senate Majority Whip. And she likes to read.
I figured, close with the truth. It'll kind of anchor the rest.
I want to thank you all.
At Shady Pines. I can't remember, but I know I did it. I must have. I'm going to prison. Oh, Kendall is sitting down with Posey McGlynn. She is my main rival for that assistant's job. Oh, look at the shameless way she's flirting with him. Disgusting.
You flirted with him?
I'm from the South. Flirting is part of my heritage.
What do you mean?
Well, it made me feel special, feel loved.
But how about the awful way she made the rest of us feel?
Hey, that was just gravy.
Look, Ma, I know I don't pamper you, but the reason I make you do things for yourself is because I want to keep you active and vital. The best way to show you I care is... You shouldn't be telling us that.
I know, but I like you. Now, Stan, what you have to do is ask yourself, why would you want to be with a woman who so clearly doesn't want to be around you?
Well, I think I can answer that, Doctor. There's no other kind.
Last time we met, you told me that when you were a boy, your mother didn't.
Well, doesn't anyone want to hear how my date turned out?
Oh, honey, was it just terrible?
Oh, sweetheart, you can tell us.
It was wonderful.
Really? Where is Dr. Marvelous? What kind of man doesn't walk a girl to the door?
One who's too exhausted to walk.
Dorothy.
Madame, you're trapped. Sir, your water.
Just a moment, young man. This is a special night, and I have decided to treat myself. Just take this water away and bring me an iced tea.
Oh, now, come on, Blanche, this is ridiculous. You can't stay here all night. You're going to have to eat sometime.
Oh, this is where you don't know me, Dorothy. I can go for days without food if that's what it takes.
Oh, come on, Blanche. You've been known to...
You're right, Blanche. These naked southern guys sure can dance. I don't think she's coming down, Rose. You know, I have a good mind to just strand her here. Can you believe that woman?
Hey, Dorothy.
No, we do. Well,
When I was 19, I answered the door one day to find the most handsome man I'd ever seen. He was selling encyclopedias, and I told him, right now, I can only afford to buy volume 1, but if you could come back next week.
And love and inspiration, and you make it sound dirty. Thank you.
Girls, I have a question. A vital question. I want you to think long. You're having a bumper crop.
And I'm expecting more rain.
How you just stop that?
Blanche, think about it. Would it really be so bad if you and Jerry just had a platonic relationship?
Rose, I already have friends I don't have sex with. You guys.
Dorothy. Where are the Ural Mountains?
Well, Blanche. A pot of lip gloss and a tube of Maybelline can't help you now, can they?
Who needs you anyway? Hey.
Oh, I feel awful. Just awful. How could I have been so stupid?
No, it's okay.
I missed the family angle. He's your uncle. Niece makes uncle live in Roach Motel.
Just an emotional owie. And do you know why? Because I like myself. The new me is starting to get honked off. Look, I'm lonely and scared and you're having a party. Can I come in or not?
Look, Carol, now I am going to be honest here. It's a good time. Oh, what a relief to know it isn't just me.
I mean, it's like every man here just wants to sleep with me. Even the rabbi with the limp.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me now, I think I'll just go jump into a hot tub and pop open a vein. Barbara, you've always been like a daughter. I'm proud of you, Cindy Lou.
I'm queen.
This is sad. This is so sad.
Hold it, you're not Cindy Lou Peoples.
I don't know what you're talking about. I brought my mother. She'll vouch for me.
Yes, that's Mrs. Gonzalez.
Easy.
Not easy for you? Please, Ma. The day you stop speaking your mind...
I'm not going.
What?
I'm not going with you, Pussycat. I'm staying here with the girls.
The girls?
Rose, Blanche, whatever they are. We discussed it after. It's a magnificent gift. You got everything you need?
Yeah, I guess so. Gonna be a great honeymoon, me, Dorothy, and Freddie Peterson.
Who's Freddie Peterson?
That's what we named it.